You're going to make a lot of money in your life, $2 million, maybe more, and there's a very good chance you'll spend almost all of it. Not because you're reckless, but because nobody ever sat you down and explained the rules. School taught you the Pythagorean theorem, how to diagram a sentence, and the causes of World War I. It did not teach you how to build a budget. Think of a budget like a GPS for your money. Right now, without one, you're driving blind and hoping you end up somewhere good. That ends today. We are going to build an 8-step master plan for your money, a system designed to tell your money exactly where to go before the month even starts. Before we begin, pause the video. Grab your most recent after-tax pay stub, a list of your monthly expenses, and open your banking app. Financial comfort stems from a repeatable set of structural rules, regardless of starting income or mathematical ability. Step 1 is your budget. We use the 50-30-20 framework. Take your paycheck, after taxes, and split it into 3 buckets. Let's say you bring home $3,000 a month. 50%, or $1,500, goes to your needs, like rent and groceries. 30%, or $900, goes to your wants. The remaining 20%, $600, goes directly to savings. If your needs are eating up more than 50%, you look for leaks. Call your utility provider and ask for a better plan. They would rather keep you than lose you to a competitor. At the grocery store, check per unit pricing. Ask yourself, how much am I paying per ounce? Doing the math per ounce can easily make that bigger box 30% cheaper. Step 2 is identifying where your excess money goes. Saving is not the same as investing. Saving means storing money safely, with easy access and very low risk, specifically for short-term goals. You will use your savings to build an emergency fund. Financial experts agree. You need 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses saved in a place you can access quickly. If your basic needs cost $1,500 a month, your strict minimum target is $4,500. Not invested, just sitting there. Life happens. You lose a job or your car breaks down. By completing these first 2 steps, you legally separate yourself from a debt spiral. With an emergency fund, a bad event goes from a life-ruining disaster to a simple inconvenience. Step 3. There is a number following you around that dictates whether you get the apartment you want, the car loan you need, and the mortgage rate you will pay. It's your credit score. Think of it like a report card for your financial trustworthiness based entirely on your past behavior. Check your score right now on your bank's app. This chart shows exactly how that score is calculated. It uses 5 distinct factors. The dominant variable is your payment history, making up 35% of the total. The next 30% is credit utilization, which is how much available credit you actually use. If you have a $10,000 limit and you've spent $9,000, that's 90% utilization. You are in the danger zone. If you've spent $200, that's 2% utilization. That is the optimal target. Keep your balance low relative to your limit. 15% of your score is the length of your credit history. The longer you have accounts open, the better you look to lenders. Do not close your old, unused credit cards. Doing so artificially shortens your credit history and drags your score down. Ignoring your credit score allows lenders to dictate your financial future. Auditing it, understanding the calculation, and fixing the errors gives you the leverage to demand the best possible rates. Step 4 is organizing your debt. Debt is a neutral tool. Good debt is borrowing money as an investment in your future, like a mortgage or a student loan. Bad debt is borrowing money for things that don't grow in value. Payday loans charge criminal interest rates to let you borrow from your future self. Avoid them completely. If you have bad debt, you need a strict extraction plan. You can use the snowball method, paying off your smallest debt first to secure psychological momentum. Or you can use the avalanche method, paying off your highest interest debt first for pure mathematical efficiency. The best method is whichever one you will actually execute. Step 5 introduces you to investing. This is where you deploy compound interest. Compound interest is interest that earns interest on top of itself over and over. It grows like a snowball rolling downhill, and it rigorously rewards early action over large initial capital. This graph shows the lifetime returns of 2 investors. Miguel invests $25 a month starting at age 22. Jasmine waits 10 years, but then starts investing $50 a month, twice as much. At retirement, Miguel's line overtakes Jasmine's by $20,000. Starting early with less money mathematically defeats starting late with more. The golden rule of investing is to mitigate high risk by diversifying. Most experts recommend simple, low-cost index funds. An index fund is a basket that holds a tiny piece of many different companies. If one company crashes, you do not lose everything. Eliminating bad debt allows your capital to finally begin compounding. This shift transforms time into an asset, rather than a drain on your net worth. Step 6 is auditing your defense systems. Insurance is a deliberate transfer of catastrophic financial risk to a third party. You pay a small, predictable premium every month so that the insurance company has to cover the massive $80,000 hospital bill if something goes wrong. Verify your core defensive triad right now. You need health insurance, car insurance, and renters or homeowners insurance to protect your physical belongings. Step 7 targets the most consistent drain on your capital: taxes. You don't just pay them once a year. You are constantly paying income tax, sales tax, and property tax on almost everything you do. You need to know how tax relief mechanisms function. A tax deduction reduces your taxable income. It lowers the pool of money that the government applies the tax rate to. A tax credit is a dollar-for-dollar reduction of your actual tax bill. Know what you qualify for. Unprotected assets remain vulnerable. Without a defensive strategy, a single medical bill or an overlooked tax penalty can consume years of investment growth. Step 8. We have to challenge the deeply ingrained emotional assumption that renting property is throwing your money away, and that buying a house is inherently better. This ledger shows the math on a $400,000 house. Borrowing $300,000 at 6% costs $18,000 a year in interest. Subtract a $6,000 tax deduction, add property tax and maintenance, and your annual cost to own is $18,000. Renting the same place for $1,500 a month also costs $18,000. But if you invest your unspent down payment at a conservative 2%, you earn $2,000. Your effective cost of renting drops to $16,000. Under these specific conditions, renting is cheaper. Finally, you must defend your capital against scammers. Scammers are psychologists. They weaponize urgency and authority to put your brain under pressure, forcing you to bypass rational thought. Apply 2 hard-line rules. First, verify impossible returns. If an investment guarantees 50% in 3 months, it is a scam. Second, absolutely refuse uninitiated requests for personal data. If someone calls asking for your social security number, hang up. Prioritizing cold mathematics over societal pressure or tradition preserves your capital more effectively than emotional decision-making. You now possess the fully constructed roadmap. You have a categorized budget that assigns a job to every dollar. You have a strictly calculated emergency target. You have audited your credit score, and you have an automated growth strategy. Managing $2 million across a lifetime is a skill that can be mastered by applying this specific framework. Here is your immediate homework assignment. Take the very next paycheck you receive and strictly route it into your newly established 50-30-20 framework. The system is built. Now go use it.